When we corrupt what Yah has created as good, that good tends to become very bad. Hi, this is Barry Phillips. It's 10-minute Torah, day 2 of Bereshit. We are in the beginning, the word means, and we will continue in the beginning in chapter 1 of Genesis. Verse 26 says, "And Elohim said, Let us make man in our image according to our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the heavens, over the livestock, and over all the earth, and all the creeping creatures that creep on the ground. And Elohim created the man in his image, and in the image of Elohim he created him. Male and female he created them. And Elohim blessed them, and Elohim said to them, Be fruitful and increase, fill the earth, and subdue it, and rule over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the heavens, and over all creeping creatures on the earth." And so Yahweh, or Elohim, has given the authority, the leadership, the dominion, the rule of the earth into the hands of man. If we look at the last verse in chapter 1, verse 31 says, "And Elohim saw all that he had made, and see, it was very good." So the original state of things was good, as Yah intended. Things were in their order. Man was in his place. Life was working the way it was supposed to. The balance in nature and the balance in the universe was correct. Sin was not a part of the picture. This is good. This is what we want. The fault switch, if you will, was man. If man had stayed in his prescribed, allocated situation of being righteous and sinless before Yah, living as Yah had designed, the curse on the earth would not have been placed that we may be looking at later on. And the animal kingdom would have been in perfect harmony. Things would be greatly different, but the fault switch was switched on, and corruption came in, and what Yah had created as good has indeed become very, very bad. So again, authority and leadership, rule of dominion, it has been granted by Yah, the Creator. All authority initiates from Him. All authority. And immediately we might say, well, what about evil people who have some degree of authority? Let's see if we can explain that. Originally, as we are discussing, Yah gave dominion to Adam. In the book of John, chapter number 19 and verse 11, Yeshua said, "You would answer or have no authority or possess no authority against me if it were not given to you from above." Yeshua could not be attacked. He could not have gone through any of the sufferings had not the authority for that to be enacted against him been granted from above. Yah allowed it. Yah, and whether we understand it or not, he authorized it. In the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 1, "Let every being be in subjection to governing authorities." Why? "For there is no authority except from Elohim, and the authorities that exist are appointed by Elohim." Barry, are you saying? No, I'm not saying. The Word is saying. So is the Word saying, then, that evil authorities, tyrannical rulers, dictatorships, totalitarianisms, that oppress people, where governments slaughter their own for disobeying some issue of their decrees, are you saying that authority, that's from Yah? Yah has at least allowed it to some level. Why would he do that? Well, when Yah grants authority to his people, there is a purpose. Many years ago, back in the 1800s, Lord Acton is credited, a man who lived in England, he is credited with the phrase, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Well, there's a fuller phrasing of that. That is the shortened version. The fuller phrase is power tends to corrupt. That is true. Give someone authority, give them power, it has an incredible ability to corrupt such a person. And absolute power, power without any checks and balances, power without any means of resisting, it corrupts absolutely. And then the phrase continues with this sentence. It says, great men are almost always bad. That's not very encouraging, because we in our day need great men to rise up, great people, men and women, to rise up and find solutions for us, bring us out of our issues. And we will say, well, only Yahweh can fix this. True. We're not going to legislate or elect resolve to our world crises, our world's moral dilemmas especially, but the financial crises and natural disasters and the list goes on. These things require a righteous solution. We need great people to rise up and do what it is that Yah wants done, because Yah is the only one that can fix this. But he's not going to magically just insert his hand in the midst and make things happen against the will of man, because, as we said, Yah gave dominion to man. So he works with the dominion of man, the authority of man, to institute a change of direction and a righteous level of leadership in and among the nations. What we must be in prayer for then, while we say, Father, come and fix this. Oh, Yah, intervene in the midst of our dilemma and our calamity. Oh, Yah, deliver us from the judgment that we are due from our sin. Okay, he will do that. He will answer those prayers, but he will use the agency of a human being as much as he sent Yeshua to be human among us and bring healing and deliverance, to bring resolve of the lost tribes of Israel, to bring atoning work for us, freedom from our sins, all of those things. But he did not just arbitrarily do it. He did it through Yeshua. How do we know then whether someone is ruling as Yah would have someone to rule over us? There are some indicators. One is the sanctifying of the physical to rightly mirror the spiritual, as we discussed yesterday. When leadership moves us, whether it's in a congregation or in a national situation, when they move us toward sanctifying the word, taking this word and rightly applying it. A world leader does not have to stand behind a lectern somewhere and preach the gospel, but they can make righteous decisions and they can institute righteous decrees or programming or legislations that will bring about right understanding of how to move according to what Yah has established for us. And secondly, then, that will align the realm below here on earth with the realm that is above. We have to see a shift in the earth. We're seeing shifts that go in the wrong direction. There needs to be a righteous shift that properly aligns things together. And then let us also remember that man is made out of dust. Righteous leadership will have a sense of humility, a sense of understanding their limitations, but also understand we are gifted and called by the Almighty Creator to do exceptional things, and it is He that we're going to rely on. More about these things tomorrow. Until then, shalom.